Hello once again. Welcome to the Management Channel again. We're going to talk today about organizational strategy, all part of the organizational behavior framework. We've got just a couple basic learning objectives. We're going to learn about the components of sustainable competitive advantage and why that's important. And we're going to look at the steps involved in the strategy making process and learn about the different types of corporate level, industry level, and firm level strategies. For sustainable competitive advantage, you need resources. Resources are those assets, your capabilities, processes, employee time, information, and knowledge that an organization uses to improve its effectiveness and efficiency, and then to create and sustain competitive advantage. Competitive advantage is providing greater products or services for the customers than the competition can do. Outshine your competition. The goal of any company is to attain a sustainable competitive advantage, which is when a firm offers something that other companies cannot duplicate the value a firm is providing to its customers. Components of a sustainable competitive advantage is valuable resources, allows companies to improve their efficiency and effectiveness, a rare resource, one that is not controlled or possessed by too many of the competing firms, an imperfectly imitable resource, possible or extremely difficult for others to be able to duplicate, and one that produces value and has no equivalent substitutions. The strategy making process is you assess the need for some strategic change, you conduct a situational analysis, and then you choose some strategic alternatives. So, number one, assessing the need for change. Since companies are aware of what made them successful, that success often leads to competitive inertia, meaning it's a reluctance to change strategy or competitive practices that made them successful in the first place. So they're a little reluctant to change. A situational analysis can help managers determine the need for strategic change. And in doing so, you do what's called a SWOT analysis. It's an overall assessment of your strengths, weaknesses in the organization's internal environment, and the opportunities and threats that exist in the external environment. Here's an example of a SWOT analysis for Starbucks coffee. And if you'd like to pause it, you can read these, but they discuss their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So first, it's important to begin with an assessment of your distinct competitive and competence core capabilities. Your distinctive competence is what a company can make, do, or perform better than the competition can do. Core capability is the internal decision-making routines, problem-solving processes, and organizational cultures that determine how efficiently your inputs can be turned into outputs. So the first thing you do is an assessment of the present strategy based on your performance. Next, do a SWOT analysis. Find out what your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and external threats are. Make an assessment of your competitive strength and identification of your competitive advantage. What do you do that's better than your competition? Then you make conclusions concerning competitive position. How is your business doing compared to the competition? Do we need to make changes? And then you make a determination of the strategic issues and problems that need to be addressed through the strategic planning process. In choosing strategic alternatives, the final step is to choose those alternatives that will help your company create or maintain a sustainable competitive advantage over the competition. Management can choose either a conservative, a risk-avoiding strategy, or go off in a totally different direction. Anything that aims to protect an existing competitive advantage, or they can choose an aggressive risk-seeking strategy that aims to extend or create a sustainable competitive advantage. Corporate level strategies is the overall organizational strategy that addresses the question, what business or businesses are we in and which ones should we be in? Doing a portfolio strategy is a strategy that minimizes risk by diversifying investment among various businesses or product lines. Several ways a company can assist their growth path. Diversification is reducing your risk by buying a variety of items, stocks, or businesses so that the failure of one does not doom the entire portfolio. Acquisition is the purchase of a company by another company. Unrelated acquisition is creating or acquiring companies in completely different businesses. I'm going to use Amazon, who is a product seller who's now in the health industry, having doctors and prescription delivery. Or related acquisition, creating or acquiring companies that share similar products, similar manufacturing, marketing, technology, or cultures. Grand strategy is a broad strategic plan used to achieve strategic goals and guide the strategic alternatives that managers of individual businesses or subunits may use. A growth strategy is simply one that focuses on increasing profits, revenues, market share, or even the number of places and where you do business. Stability strategy is a strategy that focuses on improving the way the company sells the same products or services to their customers. A retrenchment, however, is a little bit different. It's a strategy that focuses on turning around very poor company performance by either shrinking the size or scope of the business. And then there's also recovery. Strategic actions taken after retrenchment to try to return to a growth strategy. Industry level strategy, a corporate strategy that addresses the question, how should we compete in the industry? 5 industry forces. Character of the rivalry, a measure of the intensity of competitive behavior between companies in a particular industry. So with that, we offer up Porter's 5-force situation analysis. Number 1, the rivalry among competing sellers in the industry. Who are they? What are they doing? And how competitive is the situation? What is the threat of substitute products and services? How easy can customers find substitutes for other products or services? Example, Nestea was once the only bottled tea beverage on the market, and then along came Snapple. And as you know today, there are several other brands who've gotten into that market. 3, who are the potential new entrants? How easy or difficult is it for new companies to get started in your industry? Can there be new competition in your industry? Power of suppliers. Do you have only one major supplier or many? Are you a sole partnership or a threat? Are there multiple options? How much influence on the prices of these product inputs? And the power of buyers. Is there only one major customer, or are there potentially multiple customers? And how much influence do customers have on prices? Positioning strategy is cost leadership. You can produce a product of acceptable quality, but at consistently lower production costs than the competition. Differentiation would be providing a product that's different from the competition, in which customers are willing to pay a little bit more to have your product over the competition. And focus strategy, using cost leadership or differentiation to produce a specialized product. Some adaptive strategies, defenders, seeking moderate steady growth by offering a limited range of products and services to a well-defined set of customers. And then there's prospectors, seeking fast growth by searching for new market opportunities, encouraging that risk-taking, and being one of the first ones to bring a new innovative product to the market. There's analyzers who seek minimal risk and maximize profits by following or imitating the previous success of prospectors and reactors. Does not follow a consistent adaptive strategy, but instead reacts to changes in the external environment after they occur. Firm level strategy addresses the question, how should we compete against a particular firm? You can do direct competition, which is rivalry between two companies that offer similar products and services, acknowledging each other as rivals, and then acting or reacting to each other's strategic actions. A market commonality is the degree to which two companies have overlapping products, services, or customers in multiple markets. Resource similarity, extent to which a competitor has similar amounts and kinds of resources. Strategic moves out of direct competition. Attack, competitive move designed to reduce a rival's market share or profits. Or response, which is a competitive counter move prompted by a rival's attack to defend or improve their market share or profit. So, we invite you to be sure to look at the Organizational Structure Design lecture, which is also here on the Management Channel. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.